Welcome back. Now, the first thing that we need to do is actually to prime ChatGPT. And once we say prime, it means direct it in a specific orientation to get the best results possible. And how do we do so? Through smart prompt engineering practices. And like I mentioned, if you're familiar with ChatGPT, you realize that it's basically text-based or text-driven tool or application, right? But you have the ability to create images and graphics and get some powerful outputs that you could use in other AI tools to help you get results with a fraction of the time and with ease. And I'm going to teach you how. So what I'm going to do is, for the demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you how we're going to be creating the graphic designs and the branding visuals and the branding kit for a certain restaurant, for example. The first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell ChatGPT to act in a certain way, to behave in a certain way to get that specific result. I'm going to say, act as a professional branding specialist and graphics designer, comma, I want you to create the full graphics designs and branding kit for my new restaurant. For example, feel free to input whatever you would like to have over here. Your restaurant, a product, a certain application, whatever it is. The same structure of the prompt will work. For my new restaurant, which is called Chops. Here we go. Now, I'm not going to get into too many details with the prompt. Why? Because I'm going to test if ChatGPT actually understood its role. Let's take a look at this. So once I input the prompt into ChatGPT, it's going to analyze this. And once it gives you quick questions, it means it has understood its role properly. Let's take a look at the results. Awesome. Let's dive into the full branding and graphics design kit for restaurant shops. To tailor everything perfectly, let's start asking a few key questions. Once ChatGPT gives you this output, it means it has understood its own requirement. And this is where we get the best results from it. Now, here are quick questions based on the current project called Shops: cuisine style, ambience and vibes, target audience, color preferences, competitors or inspirations, logo style and preferences. And for logos, by the way, we could create it over here. Yes, you heard me right. Actually, we could use ChatGPT to create actual visual logos. But we got better tools, more powerful, sophisticated tools that we could use the output from ChatGPT to help us in those tools, as we're going to be seeing in the other segments of the application. That way, when you are dealing with ChatGPT, you can use it by itself to help you get a logo, but there are other professional tools that you could use to help you create more professional logos. But for this current application, for this current class, we are focusing on getting the best output, putting in the foundational blocks to drive everything forward. Then, once I have the info, I'll create a complete branding kit, perfect, including primary logo and variants, color palettes, typography pairing, brand patterns and textures, menu design concepts, social media templates, packaging concepts, uniform signage and mockups, brand guidelines and PDF, and you could add brand voice as well. Notice from a basic smart prompt, we were able to get the best output possible in terms of driving the behavior of ChatGPT to help us with our designs. So what I'm going to be doing right now, I'm going to be answering these questions, okay, one at a time. You can just simply put comma to answer them. I'm going to just simply mention, for example, Mexican food, then ambience or vibe. It gives you some examples over here. Modern, then target audience. How about families? Then we do have color preferences. How about bright colors? Then comma. Competitors for inspirations, keep it blank. There's no need to put everything. Logo style, modern logo. You feel free to input as much details as you would like. The whole purpose is Just simply make sure that ChatGPT is able to understand what we needed to do. And now we are on the right track. Click enter and take a look at the end results. Now, this is where we dive into the back and forth communication with ChatGPT to get the best outputs in terms of graphics and brand messaging. So if you take a look at the brand overview over here, the name Chops, a concept, modern Mexican restaurant serving bold, flavorful dishes in a bright and inviting space. Family friendly, casual but polished. It's where tradition meets modern fun. It's giving you the brand messaging. Perfect. Branding kit for Chops. This is very important. How about the logo design? Now notice it does not actually give you the logo here because I did not ask it yet. Nothing to worry about. We can actually get logos from here, but like I mentioned, we got better options that we could use. However, for this current class, we're going to focus on ChatGPT to deliver the results. So the style is clean, modern, with a slight nod to Mexican culture, geometric shapes, bold, sans serif typography. So it's incorporating graphic design best practices as well as branding best practices. Primary logo, alternates. This is the whole purpose of ChatGPT, actually, to give you the text response, and then you could use it to develop the visual output as part of graphic design. Take a look at the color palettes over here. Now, the color palettes actually gives you, in this current case, the color and the code for the colors. So if you're using this for other tools, other applications, you could just simply copy these codes and paste them, and you're able to get exactly the color from the brands. And not just that, take a look at the typography. The headlines, it gives you the family of the fonts. For the body text, it gave you the family of the fonts as well. So instead of you trying to figure this out by yourself, you can just simply go into the application or to the tool that you're dealing with, and you can just simply copy these and paste them. Graphic elements and patterns, it gives you the style. You can use this for the packaging, for example. Menu design, a folder or flat menu using strong sections, is giving you the word-by-word text-based explanation. Now you might be wondering, well, I need to get the graphics and the visuals. Well, definitely we're on the right track to do so. I just simply gotta be patient with the output because this will set you up for success. So as I go through these, I'm able to see the menu designs, the social media templates, the packaging designs, uniform signages, brand guideline document. This is basically the full-on layout for your graphics design roadmap and for your branding mechanism. It includes all the details that you need to build up upon. And this is where it gets quite fun. We're now diving into the graphics design generation part and the branding part. Let's take a look at this. Would you like me to start generating visuals? Here we go. Now we are actually getting ChatGPT to help us shoot visuals out of the prompt engineering domain, the text-based domain, mapping it to an actual visual recommendation. Keeping in mind, we are completely using the free version completely. So the output that you're getting is very, very powerful. So now we have set up ChatGPT properly. We are building up our graphics design and branding approach. Now let's actually get the output from ChatGPT.